Hey, real estate agents, welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga, the man with the plan. How's it going, Joey?
What's going on?
Well, doing a podcast.
I am looking forward to this one. I'm ready to be educated.
Okay, well, let's get to it. We are the Real Estate Marketing Maniacs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a special guest with us today, and that's Susan Ramsey with Keller Williams Realty Professional Partners. How are you doing, Susan?
I am doing absolutely awesome. I am so glad you invited me here today. I'm really pumped to be here with you.
She's pumped. She's ready.
She's ready to go.
I am.
She's going to drop some wisdom bombs on us here today. How she's grown that business. I'm telling you right now. Well, it's great that you're here. We're going to have some fun. All right.
I like fun.
Okay. Well, we'll get started with, sharing with the agents that are listening or watching how long you've been in the business, what compelled you to get into real estate, and whatever else you want to share about that.
Okay, I sure will.
Cool.
I got licensed in 1991, so I've been in the business now 26 years. And I got in the business, it was really simple. During that time in 1991, the market had a downturn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all remember that or not.
Late 80s, right?
Yes, late 80s, and the bottom of the market was 1991. My husband was in sales. His income had fallen off 40%. So I'd always been a stay-at-home mom. I'd been fortunate enough to have that life and be able to be a professional volunteer, both in my church and in my children's schools. But now it was time for me to step up and help do something. And I always loved homes. I just had a passion. If there was an open house, I was in it. If there was homes being built with models, I was there. I just couldn't wait. And if you had custom homes, I hate to admit this, but custom homes, and we grew up like in Indiana, somebody'd always leave a window unlocked or something. So if we were taking a walk, I could break into a house real quick. No. Only because I was curious about it. I just wanted to see everything there was about houses, So it was just a natural thing for me to want to do that. Yeah. I also could have become a teacher also. And so I looked at what real estate agents were making, and I looked at what teachers were making. And unfortunately, teachers don't get paid what I believe they're worth, especially here in Arizona. So I decided to get my real estate license. We had enough to get us through for about 6 months, so I had to start making money in 6 months.
Sure.
And so I joined a company and jumped right into it, and it was heart and soul. It's hard work. People do not realize outside the business how difficult being a realtor is. It's hard work. It doesn't fall into your lap. Yeah. So within 6 months, I was making money, and I was on my way, and I've never looked back, and I've never been happier.
It is hard work.
It is hard work.
I think a lot of people jump into it because they think that it's quick money, and they don't have to have a boss.
You
have to be your own boss.
Have to be your own boss, and
Yeah.
I am probably more critical of me than a boss would ever be with me also, because I want to make sure that passion about doing the right thing, making sure you protect your client as best that you can. These are the things that have kept me up at night. Did I do my very best?
Yeah.
Did I make a mistake? And if you do, you just admit it and you just cover it. Whatever it costs, you just make it right.
Right. Yeah, sometimes what I do is I look in the mirror and I play this.
Get back to work, you slacker.
I've been known to do that myself. That's a good one.
Oh, gosh. So what are you doing right now to be successful in your business?
Right now, it's just work. I have a team, and we're there every morning at 8:30 in the morning, and we're following up on leads. We're making our phone calls. We're following up on our escrows. We're making sure everything's being done, everything's on schedule, everything's going the way it should be going.
Yeah.
And if it slows down, then we spend even more time on the phones and trying to see what we can do to get business. It's too hot to knock doors in the summertime, but we're coming into some nice weather here soon. Making personal contact is still number one. When I first got in the business, I was told it was belly button to belly button business. And that is still the same thing.
Yeah.
We spend so much of our time doing electronics or texting or sending out stuff like that. We've lost the human element, I believe, and it's back to the basics. Meet your neighbors. That's how I got started, knocking doors, meeting my neighbors,
Right.
sending them a newsletter, a personal one, and they were pretty cheesy newsletters when I first started, but because it was paste and cut, you know,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
sure.
run a copy of it. But just making sure you are aware of them, what was going on, getting involved in your community, helping out, giving back. If you give back, you don't have to worry about people coming to you and asking you for advice.
Yeah, no, that is so true. You mentioned before we got on here, and this is just an amazing stat for you or number, that 78 to 82% of your business is either repeat or referral business.
That is exactly right, and that is just outstanding to me too.
Yeah.
It's a testament to my team also, and the follow-up and the way we care for our clients.
Yeah. Well, I think that's, I mean, we try to teach agents, you know, with our real estate marketing maniacs classes and all the things that we do is it easier to get business from people who already know, like, and trust you, or
Much.
to go for people that have no clue who you are?
It's so
You know.
much easier to get business from people that you
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely. Yeah, I think too many people are trying to figure out. We do the classes, and we'll ask the question: are you calling your database, right? Or you're at least calling your database, right? And a lot of people won't raise their hand, and I'm thinking that is such a missed opportunity.
It is absolutely a missed opportunity. They say for every contact you make, you may get 10 leads that want to meet with you. And of those 10 leads, one will actually do business with you.
Wow.
And with my clients, the statistics are so much higher than that. So it's
Yeah.
just about staying in contact. Now, all of them aren't going to, of course,
Right.
buy and sell a house every time you call them, but you just keep top of mind and remind them, number one, what you offer them,
Yeah.
if you can help them. And a lot of it's a conversation, not asking for business. It's just finding out who they are.
Right.
Finding out what's going on in their lives right now. It's sending out a congratulations card. It's sending out a birthday card. It's sending out a sympathy card sometimes.
Right.
I mean, there's some hard things that go in our client's life, but there's also some joyous things that go on in their lives.
Sure.
And it's rejoicing with them, and it's also crying with them sometimes. Sometimes
yeah.
there's that hard stuff in life, but they need to know that you care. If they
Yeah.
don't know that you care, it doesn't matter.
Right, right. And you're creating what you call raving fan clients,
I am
right?
creating Raving Fans.
Yeah, which is a great book too.
It is a great
Yeah.
book. Raving Fans is a
Yeah,
good book.
It's a good book. Tell us some of the things that you're doing for your client, because I know you do a lot of events and different things for the clients. Share with us a little bit about that.
Well, my biggest event of the year is just my client appreciation event. And when I first started in the business, I invited anyone who had bought or sold a house, and have them to my house, because I've seen their homes, but they haven't seen my home.
Right.
So I like to bring them into my home. Again, it's a more personal touch. They get to see how I live,
Yeah.
how I decorate my house, what it is. And my home isn't over the top, but it's comfortable, and they need to see that. They need to see how I live, that I have children and grandchildren and parents and sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles and friends that we care about.
Right.
And so, but nowadays, because I've been in the business for so long, I've had to limit that, which is unfortunate. But I limit it to the last 2 years of anyone who has bought or sold a house is invited to my home,
Yeah.
as well as raving fans. Raving
Got it.
fans are people who have bought, sold, or referred someone who has bought or sold at least 5 times. Raving fans are always invited. They get the invitation every year to come back.
Got it. Well, if you want to get more belly to belly with all of them,
Yeah.
you move into a tiny home.
You're right. You're right. It gets pretty
Everybody
crowded
said
the
that.
way we are now, though, which is really, really fun. So the evening is just built around celebrating them and giving out prizes and a magician and food. And we change it up every year. We've had a caricature artist do caricature drawings of them.
Right.
We've had a photo booths with all kinds of crazy things in them. Just all kinds of fun things. We just enjoy celebrating them.
Yeah, and they love it.
They do
You're
love
probably
it.
friends with all your your clients then, it sounds like.
Yes, they do become your friends.
Yeah.
They really do. Because when you work with them for a certain length of time, you do get to know them. You get to know their children, their pets, their dogs, you know, just anything in their family life.
Yeah. Well, it builds that personal relationship, right? Because I know you said that earlier, personal relationship.
Relationships is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not all about getting. It's about giving back and caring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
All right, we're going to transition to the next segment. However, what's one piece of advice you would give right now to either a new agent or maybe an agent who says, my business has slowed a little bit? What would you tell them to do today to start getting that business going again?
Call their friends, call their acquaintances, touch base with people. Find out just how they're doing. Don't just say, hey, I'm in real estate. Who do you know that needs to buy or sell a house?
Yeah.
It's not that. It's calling them and touching base with them, taking them to coffee, taking them to lunch, you know. I also read a book that said never eat again. Never eat again.
Never eat again.
Never eat alone. Never eat alone. And I
Yeah.
think about that book. I don't use that advice very often because I'm usually working at my desk during the lunch hour.
Right.
But I'm trying to have more and more strategically planned to invite people for coffee or for lunch. And
Okay.
we're just talking about what's going on in their lives at that time and
Right.
how can I help them if they need anything.
Yeah. I think that might be Simon Sinek. Is that who wrote the book? Never Eat Alone?
Yes,
I think so,
it
maybe.
is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, he's-
There's so many great books
Yeah.
out there.
Absolutely. All right, well, are you ready to get in the ring
I am.
with the Maniacs?
Sure.
Yeah? She's a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Is she?
No, she's
Oh,
not. I'm just
I was gonna
playing. I'm
say.
just playing. Well, I don't know for sure.
No,
Better
no.
be careful what I say. All right.
No.
Here we go. What's the best advice that anyone's ever given you?
The best advice I got when I was early is to hire an assistant as soon as you can.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good
And
one.
it is a good one because I was told if you don't have an assistant, you are an assistant. And even though you don't feel like you can afford it, even if it's a part-time assistant, it gives you the time that you need to have, which is going out and reaching out to people to make connections and make relationships, which then turn into business.
Yeah.
And then you have that assistant take care of the business. So you're not staying up in the middle of the night wondering if you ordered the home inspection or if you got this done or that done.
Got
That's
it.
good stuff.
That is good. Do you have a favorite mobile app?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that. Probably one of the best ones that I like is from our title company that
There we
offers
go.
a mobile app that gives closing cost estimates.
Okay.
And usually people, when you go out and talk to them, they want an estimate. And I can give a broad generalization, but you can pull up that, pop in a few figures, and you can come up with a reasonably close estimate of what they're going to net at the end of the sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have a guest in the studios, not on.
On camera, she's back there.
We do.
somewhere.
Security
All right.
has a great app.
Yes.
All right. How about a book recommendation?
I just was reading a book that was recommended to me called Schmooze, and I brought it here today.
Ooh.
Schmooze, Schooze, and it's Mr. Schmooze, and it's written by Richard Abraham. And again, it's about relationships. It's
Yeah.
all about relationships again.
All right. Relationships are the key, I think, right?
Relationships are the
absolutely.
key.
How about one productivity tool or software that you use on a regular basis?
What we use every day is Top Producer.
Okay.
And that's just a contact management system that we have in place to make sure everyone's in there.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of contact management systems. Just get one you like and use it consistently is what I see. And keep feeding it. Keep feeding it. Keep it current. Keep it up to date. Plug in the things you want to do. Make sure they're all categorized correctly.
Yeah.
And we look over that all the time because things get out of sync, people move. I mean, the things that I hate the most is when I send out my newsletter and I get, 15 of them back that they've moved or that they couldn't deliver it.
Yeah.
But then I call the client and find out that they really haven't moved. Our postal system just
Oh.
didn't get it delivered.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's better to find that out than to find out that they
Bought a
sold
house.
their house.
Well,
That's
it
sold their
is,
house.
and again, it's being brave enough to call that person and say,
Yeah.
your your envelope or your newsletter came back undeliverable. We're just checking with you just to make sure, where have you moved, what's going on in your life.
Got it. All right. And one final question.
Yes, sir.
I'll have you draw from the mask here.
Oh, goodness.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
Well, I think there's only one question in there.
Oh, I forgot about the other one, didn't I? oh, here's the other one. Go ahead and read it out.
I don't have on my glasses. I'm going to let you read it out, please.
Unless you'd rather have you're not going to read it, so.
I'm not going to read it.
What's your favorite type of food and your favorite restaurant? How about that?
Oh, that's a great question. Probably just a good steak. I love a really good steak.
Nice.
And there's several good steak restaurants here in town.
Yeah.
I'm from the Northwest Valley, and so we like to belly up to the Arrowhead Grill. And they have a really great steak up there and a friendly atmosphere. And we always seem to meet a lot of people that we already know. And if we don't, we meet new people that we haven't met before. So that's one of my favorite places to go.
Nice. That's great. All right. Well, thank you for being on. If agents that are listening now or watching, if they want to reach out to you directly to talk to you about your business or your team and all that, how would they do that?
Oh, it'd be a pleasure. I'd love to talk to anyone or sit down and have a cup of coffee with them some morning. The number they can reach me best is 623-773-6013.
Okay. All right. You heard it there. Hopefully you get somebody calling saying, I want a cup of coffee.
Oh, and while we're at it, I am looking to increase my team also.
Okay.
So if you're an agent out there and you're struggling a little bit, but you love real estate and think you might be a good fit for a team, please give me a call.
There you go. You heard it right there. This is coming from someone who is getting 80% of the business from referrals or repeat. That is awesome right there. Thank you so much for being on.
And thank you for having me. It has been great.
It's been a lot
You've been
of fun.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, this is Jeff Underwood along with
Joey Sampaga.
We are the Real Estate Marketing Maniacs, and we also like to mention our sponsors, Academy Mortgage with Jake Krabby and Fidelity National Home Warranty.
Yes.
Thank you all for watching or listening. Until next time, see you later.
Adios.
Adios. Good job. Thank you.
The Weekly Closer podcast is sponsored by Jake Krabby, NMLS number 877141 at Academy Mortgage. Are you looking to buy or refinance a home? Jake Krabby is your mortgage professional. Contact Jake at 480-442-9291. Jake Krabby is a loan officer at Academy Mortgage, NMLS number 877141. State license for Arizona number 0920357, AZBK number 0904081, and New Mexico number 877141. Academy Mortgage Corporation, NMLS 3113, and New Mexico 01451. Call 480-442-9291. Address 15333 North Pima Road, Suite 205, Scottsdale, Arizona 85260. Academy Mortgage is an equal housing